Welcome to Community Cafe, where strangers become new friends. New friends become old friends, and old friends become family. Please join our table or take a seat at the counter. We're glad you came. Good afternoon, everyone. You are listening to Society Bites Radio, and I'm your host, Kate O'Neill. Today, we have a very fun interview with us today. It's a follow-up interview, actually, with Miss Gretchen BAUER of BSWANKY Bags. This young lady has taken an idea and absolutely ran with it. She is an entrepreneur. She's an innovator. She's a designer. Model, you name it, she's got it going on. Gretchen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, I'm thrilled to death. You have really been busy. I see your posts constantly, and the new colors that have come out for your BSWANKY bags, they're phenomenal. The purple, the royal blue. Oh, my gosh. Every time I see a new ad come out, I've got to go and look at that handbag. It's beautiful. You've done some mighty amazing things since you opened. Tell us how your history has brought you here today.
Thank you for noticing all the different bags. We're doing some crazy, innovative things with unique cowhides right now. And I think that's what you're seeing, metallic cowhides that are made just for us. And my history, the history of, I guess, starting this factory and putting these women to work and giving them an incredible culture and atmosphere is what this is all about. And that's what I think you see in every bag is the love that goes into them because they are handcrafted. And so what has changed from the last interview is we've gone from 3 seamstresses up to 5. So we're up to 5 seamstresses every day working in the factory making these incredible bags. And
approximately how many bags a day can they produce?
That's a good question. When we are in full production, we can do about 9 to 10 a day. If we are making several of the same bags, which is our new opportunity, our partnership that we have where we have a big order. But most often, they are custom made and custom ordered. And so that slows us down in the best way because we are designing and hand painting and handcrafting these.
Now, you have quite the celebrity following. Tell us a little bit about some of the customers that are keeping an eye on your styles.
It's funny you say that. It's so exciting. I received an email from Sarah Blakely's assistant last week. And she has 2 of our bags, and they are following us on social media. And she is the founder of Spanx. So that was amazing to receive that email. We're also carried by Cynthia Bailey, who is Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she has 2 of our bags. Deandra Simmons, who is a Real Housewife of Dallas, is actually flying here to meet us in about 3 weeks, and she has her own skincare line, so we are supporting each other, but she carries 2 of our bags as well. And the list goes on and on. There's Faith Hill, Mark Cuban's wife has 2, and I am Harry Connick Jr.'s wife carries us, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm flattered because these people can carry any bag, and I think they buy for the mission, and then they keep carrying because the bag functions and they receive compliments.
Absolutely, because these are very unique handbags. I've never seen anything like them before, and I've not seen anything since either that even remotely resembles what you all produce. The real story here is what you're doing for your seamstresses. Let's talk a little bit about what you've done for these women.
Well, these women came to us from not the best jobs in their past, and there tends to be a challenge with language, which we embrace. But what we've done is we brought these women together and given them flexible schedules and let them manage themselves. And we've even pulled them in to design, which is amazing. These women are so talented, and they constantly improve the bag. They will come to me and actually make their jobs harder by challenging themselves because they take such a sense of ownership and pride in each handbag that they don't want to look back. They want to keep moving forward and making the bags better and better. And in fact, today I brought in a 12-foot alligator skin that is unbelievable, and they were so excited.
I bet.
And they will be involved in selecting the linings and the trims and the hardware because I trust their judgment, and they are they're passionate and they have a sense of ownership of these bags.
So when do we get to see their signatures on the insides of these bags?
That is coming soon.
I knew it.
We actually are adding where you can register your product now online as well, and that's part of our upgrading and updating it. We're always constantly adding and listening to our customers. Mm-hmm. So anyone out there who has any ideas, please email, call us, because we do listen.
Well, my idea is I'd like to have one of the alligator ones.
Okay. I bet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, now I've got to ask a couple of questions here because I know that you've had your handbags in very high-end boutique stores, and now you have a whole new twist to your bags, and you're getting involved in one of our, Florida's biggest chain store, Bell's. Tell us about how that came about.
It was completely organic. I was at an event. We give back a lot of bags, and Kate here knows that. So we're always donating and supporting local and national nonprofits that have missions that are in line with ours. And we were part of a Children's First fundraiser, Flip Flops and Fashion, and the Bell's family sponsors that. And so Matt and Crystal Bell were at the event, and someone ran me over to them and said these handbags need to be at Bell's. Now, of course, our price point is much higher. We are one of the top sellers at the Ritz-Carlton Naples boutique right now, and our bags sell in excess of $1,600, $3,200 Python bag we sell there. So it doesn't seem like a natural fit. However, Matt Bell, if you read about him in the press as the new president, he is focused on creating more of a boutique atmosphere at Bell's and bringing in products that are locally made. And right now they are carrying vintage Gucci and Louis Vuitton bags that sell in the neighborhood of $1,400. So we didn't lower our price point. We are selling bags that are $350 all the way up to $995 with them, and launching in 7 stores. In fact, their flagship store, we should have bags there Wednesday. And so we're launching in 7 of their top stores with these bags. And the idea is when it's gone, it's gone. We're only doing 16 bags of limited edition right now for them.
Wow. That is amazing. You just really took away 2 more questions that I was going to ask by being able to answer that question all in one fell swoop. Because I was wondering how, because Bell's is known for its deals and its great product variety. And I was trying to figure out how you could put a high-end bag into Bell's without knowing that they were revamping their idea of what Bell's should be. So this is going to put Bell's in a completely different ballgame than they've been in the past. So I think it was a good merger.
Well, thank you. We are actually offering better pricing for them because they ordered in quantity, so they're passing it on to their customers.
Which is awesome.
So a bag that might have sold for $1,200 on our website or in boutiques, a similar bag is now selling in the neighborhood of $700 or $800 in their stores.
Yeah, that is much better. That opens the doors for a lot of folks that want that beautiful Python bag that may not be able to afford it any other way.
And we are making something we have never sold for Bell's, and it is a hair-on cowhide with Python, and it is significantly less than the bags we have sold in boutiques that are similar.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing. It's
I
amazing.
Bet. Now, we were talking about the colors a little earlier. When I saw the royal purple and the royal blue come out, what was the inspiration for that?
It's interesting. One of my hide suppliers, we have several all over the country and even in Brazil that supply us with these unique hides, and they know that Gretchen wants something different, what no one else has. And one of the suppliers sent me images of the blue metallic hides and the purple metallic hides. and said, I have one of each of these. Do you want it? And right away I said, yes, I want it. And then the purple metallic hide is the one that Sarah Blakely has. That's one of the bags she has. The blue metallic hide is one that Tiffany Cuban, Mark Cuban's wife, has. So when we had gotten them to these celebrities, I thought, well, how do I reproduce them? So I contacted the hide supplier, and they are now custom making those just for us. No one else has them.
That's wonderful, because those colors are, they're so rich. They're so vibrant. Believe me, when you see this handbag, you can spot it a block down the road, because you know when you see that color blue and that color violet, you know that's a BSWANKY, because there is no other color like these anywhere that I've ever seen. They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
So now that you have Florida pretty well sewn up, no pun intended, where do you go from here?
Well, we are in boutiques all over the country. We sell very well in the Northeast. In fact, we were just fortunate enough to be the cover of the Mainline Today gift guide over the holidays, which is the area where I am from, outside Philadelphia. And then they put us in again in January in the Get the Look section next to Diane von Furstenberg's dress. So that is amazing branding. And this is just, they saw our bags, they sell them well, and they obviously see that we are different, and they also want to get behind our mission, which is great.
Let's talk a little bit about that mission. Now, I know that this was something that was in the forefront when you began several years ago with this business. Where do you feel that that mission has taken you?
Well, I guess the way I would explain our mission is that I didn't set out to design and manufacture handbags. I set out to change the way women in the U.S. garment industry are treated. And I don't think people know the staggering statistics that nearly 85% of all U.S. garment factories are categorized as sweatshops based on the infractions and laws they have broken. So we continue to do that. We continue to improve our work atmosphere. We have our monthly breakfasts. We have each seamstress gets a handbag every month. And again, we have them with their flexible schedules where there's joy, and there's a production schedule, but it's not this strict deadline that they must meet or they're not paid. And it came to my attention that most of the employees in the garment industry in the U.S. are women. It's about 90%, and their ages 15 to 25. They are paid by the piece, which relates to less than minimum wage. So when people, again, are buying products, or people look at our handbags, know that they are truly happily manufactured. And the women, we are in the factory, and we'll yell from the offices, "Stop laughing," because they're having so much fun, and it's our joke, because it never feels like work. And the factory manager turned to me after about 3 or 4 months of working with us and said, "Gretchen, I can't sleep on Sunday nights." And I said, "Why?" She said, "I'm so excited to come in on Monday." And I don't think many factories can boast that.
No, I don't think so either, because my grandmother worked in a sweatshop. So I totally understand what these women have to go through every day. And if she made $50 a week in a paycheck, that was awesome. And this was back in the early 60s, early 70s. It was hard for a woman to make it back then. She was an excellent seamstress, but she had to work just like everybody else did in that sweatshop. And it was long hours, long weeks. It was awful. So these women really they've made it. If they go to work for you, they've made it. This is something special for them, I'm sure. I've seen their smiling faces. It's nice to see. But how did this become a mission for you so long ago? How did you get interested in this? This is quite an ongoing responsibility.
Well, it had come to my attention there were women in San Antonio in a sweatshop and working for a company that touts made happily in the USA, and it truly isn't. And so I saw an opportunity to make a difference, and that's our tagline, "Be the difference." And those women are still involved in my life. They carry the handbags. They are still with the machinery that we purchased.